Hello you guys, I'm really excited for you guys to see the end result of these nails because I loved doing them. It was like so easy and so fun. So I just start by pushing back your cuticles. That's the first thing you do. And then I remove the shine from the nail plate. That's the second thing you do. And I just use my sanding band to do that on a very low speed. I think it was like about 5-6 RPMs. Nothing crazy. And I just do that to all her nails, and I find it best to do this first before I do her cuticle work, like if I have to like nip off her skin or something. That way the sanding band doesn't cut her skin, because if the skin is like, freshly worked on and then I go in with the sanding band after, then it's just more chances of cutting the fresh skin. So in this little clip, in the forward direction, I think at about like 12-13 RPMs, I'm just getting my diamond bit and I'm cleaning under her cuticle skin, under her skin, and pushing it back a little bit more. But her skin doesn't really go very far back. The cuticles aren't glued to the nail plate or anything. She just has really nice cuticles. And then in the reverse direction, I do the same thing. I feel like that cleanses it really good. And after that, like I said, she didn't have much skin to nip off at all. So, just at all. So I went in with my softest grit of a buffer. It's not a buffer ball, but I use it anyways because it's just really soft. And I go over and I buff all her skin to make sure that it all looks like nice and smooth and manicured and stuff. And then after I did that, I went and I filed down her natural nails. And I didn't get myself filing down all of them, but you get the gist anyways. And I went and sized her tips and I glued them, and I thought we were going to do a milky white, and I just thought the natural tip would help it look that much more milky. So I went with my natural tips instead of my clear. And I just put a little drop of the glue, and I missed a spot there, so I just put a little bit extra there, no big deal. But I'm just going and sizing everything, gluing it all, and I'm just showing everything I'm doing on one hand just for, I guess editing's sake. But it's the same for the other hand. Since this is a fresh set, she had like nothing, like no problems or anything, nothing for me to fix on the other hand, like broken nails or anything like that. And I trimmed down that other hand that I showed you. So I'm just making sure it's the same as the other hand now. And this is how I shape or pre-shape my nail tips. So it's like just less hand filing, because that's what it is about, really. Like, you just want to, anything you could do to save time, just do it. So I pre-cut the tips, and then before blending the centers, I'm making the shape. Like, I'm just like, defining it, like making the shape. And I go sidewall, free edge. And then after I do this, that's when I go in with my sanding band at a low speed. I think about like maybe again 6,000 RPMs. And I tilt the fingers to where I can see it to the side, so I can make sure that I'm not hitting her nail plate with the sanding band. And I just go over the very center, thin it out. I just really do just one little motion. I don't linger on any spot except maybe the corner of the sidewall, if the tip is like a little thick right there or whatever. So you can, I was looking at it from the side angle, but you guys are seeing it from the top. But I'm looking at the nail from the side so I can see where the sanding band is, and I can see just how thin I'm making it so I don't get too thin and burn her. And since I work with hard gel, I'm removing the shine from the entire tip, because gel does not like anything shiny or smooth. So you have to, when working with hard gel, you have to remove the shine from absolutely everything. Do not leave anything shiny. It won't stick. It won't like it. So that's what I'm doing here. Again, make sure that you're not lingering in any certain spot. Like, just do little heartbeats so that you don't burn your client. And I'm dehydrating the nail and also cleaning it with my manicure brush dipped in acetone. And I'm applying my Mia Secret primer right there. I didn't record myself applying my base gel, but I did. So I put my base gel, cure for 30 seconds, and then I begin. So I applied the wet layer first of the hard gel, my milky white hard gel. and then I grab a bigger bead and I work it down. And you want to keep the tips, you know, as thin as possible, so you don't really have to get too much product. And then I use my orange wood sticks to clean up the sidewalls if it goes onto the sidewall. And you can see the pinky, it flooded the cuticle in the lamp. I don't know why that happens sometimes. It doesn't happen to all my clients, but it's just it's annoying, you know. I'm trying to figure out a trick to, I don't know, maybe throw their hand in the lamp or something, I don't know, but it happens sometimes. But I'll show you guys how I fix that later. It's no big deal really. If you just have to be comfortable with the e-file. So anyways, so I put the slip layer or the wet layer, don't cure it, put a bigger bead of hard gel, work it down, keep the tips thin, and I work anything that looks bulky up to the center towards the cuticle and just the center of the nail in general, because that's where the strength is. It's at the center, so keeping the strength in the center can give the illusion of a really thin nail. So, and here I decided to just put it in real time so you can see how I do it in real time. So I put the wet layer first, and I put the bead. I just pillow it back. I thought this would be like a good way to show you how I actually do it. Like, it's not all super sped up and easy and fast. Well, like now for me it's like it's easy, but you know what I mean. So I'm just pillowing it down because I find that if you focus more on application, it saves you time on filing. So I'm not just trying to bulk up the product and trying to, you know, make it super strong right now and then just file it all off later. I'm just trying to put exactly how much I need where I need it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right here. I'm dragging it. Before I go down to the tips, I dragged it up a little bit to keep the sidewall straight. And now I'm dragging a little bit to the tip, because obviously you need some at the tip, but not too much. And I'm dragging it from sidewall. So every now and then you got to keep an eye on the sidewalls, because if you see the gel starting to go to the sidewall, just do it what you see here. Just get the bare tip of your brush and just pull it away from the sidewall. And then I look at it from the side, make sure the apex is there. I think I ended up going back and putting a little bit more after I cured it. But see, it touched the sidewall right there, so I just got my cuticle pusher and I wiped it away. And now I'm wiping away the tacky layer, and always wipe down. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I wipe down so that you don't overexpose your skin to the product, because you are wiping off the inhibition layer. So wipe downwards, don't rub it up into the skin. I wipe it down, and then I fold the paper, put more alcohol, and then I rub the rest of the tacky away. And right here, oh my god, did I not get it in frame? Well, okay, there we go. So here I don't know what to call this bit. It's just like a really thin, skinny carbide bit, and I don't remember the coarseness of it, but it's at first when I got it, I was a little intimidated by it. I didn't expect it to be that way, but I use this drill bit for removing lifting behind the, you know, on the line of where the lifting starts. That's what I use it for. And also when my gel runs onto the client's skin, this is what I do. Because it's the smallest, most sharpest one that I have. So very, very, very carefully, I pulled the client's skin back so I can start to separate the skin from the product. And I very gently just drill it away. And it is a little harder to do with clear, because obviously it's clear. I mean, clear hard gel is like super clear. But I make sure I'm wiping away the dust so I can see what's left on the skin. And like, this is why I said you have to be very comfortable, because with this you could easily cut their sidewalls. But I haven't done that, knock on wood. But it is a little, when I see it go onto the skin, I'm like, oh crap, okay, I gotta do that again. But I'm not scared of it. I'm not intimidated by it, because I know what to do. I know how careful to be. So you just have to be very comfortable with that, and hopefully that doesn't happen to you if you're not comfortable with the file. So then after I remove that, or after I fix that before I do my shaping, because I feel like whatever shaping I do would look weird if that big glob is, you know, cured onto the skin. So it's just a mess. So then I like to tuck in, or like, not tuck in. I like to clean up the cuticle and sidewalls a little bit more with my sanding band. And I noticed that's also how I've been like finish filing in a way. I don't know how or why I started that, but it's just easier because the sanding band is essentially like a hand file, but just for, you know, e-file. So I went around the entirety of the nail to make sure it's, you know, like smooth or just like even, I mean. And I just file away whatever bulk with that, because like I said, if you focus one application, you don't have to focus later on debulking and hand filing and whatever else you like stress about that eats away at your time. So that just really helps. It's an easy filer for me. I don't use carbide because gel is really soft to file, so it'll like eat away at the gel, and then you might end up taking off too much or more than you intended. So anyways, after I finish filed with that, I go back over with my hand file to make sure everything is more even, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm not thinning it out really. I'm just getting where the sanding band couldn't, if that makes sense. And this is my client's hand after she rinsed. Everything's, you know, perfect. And with our design, I needed the scratches to go away, the scratches from the sanding band and the file. So I'm applying a base coat, or what is that, base coat, I think it's called. And our design, we're doing a black smoke. So what I get is I just get the black gel polish brush and just brush on, like, you know, little globs. And with my brush dipped in acetone, I'm spreading around that gel paint or gel polish to make it look, you know, spaced out like smoke. But I'm trying to make each nail a little different than the last. And I'm also trying to not to copy, you know, that same pattern. I'm trying to put the lines in a different direction. I'm trying to be as sporadic because smoke isn't really exact. You know, it always has a different form. So that's what I'm trying to do here the best I can. I did this set in white before, and she loved that set. This client loved that set, but we wanted to try it in black. So that's what we did. And I'm just going back and I'm seeing where I could put a little bit more black definition, like, you know, fill up any empty spaces. So after I did that with the other hand, I'm now applying the top coat. And for this set, we decided to do a matte, and I thought that was perfect. She loved it because the matte top coat gave it the smoke effect. If it wasn't matte, it would have looked a lot more marble than anything. So then this is the I'm going to show you the finished look. Well, yeah, this is the finished look, but now I'm applying the cuticle oil before I show you the final picture. I'm rubbing it into both hands onto the skin. And what I learned from Tabitha Scott is you get a little wipey of acetone and wipe off the oil off the nails so the matte stays there. And this is the look. Thanks for watching.